Make your mess your message. And that's exactly what I've done for the last 9 years on YouTube. And I love you for sticking with me. This is right around the corner from my home, and it's so peaceful. A wonderful place to sort out thoughts, and boy, I had got a lot of thoughts. No matter what happens in life, I think I'll always feel poor inside. I will always shop at the bargain rack. I come and check on my purse every week here. This is a beautiful Patricia Nash purse. I just love it. It's $39, but I just can't bring myself to buy such a tiny little bag that I might not ever use. But I dream of it. Isn't that funny? Everybody has a story, and it's their story to tell. And nobody can edit it, and nobody can tell you what to think or how to feel about your own story. It is yours. You own it. Places that you'll go in your life. Your wood's so lovely, dark and deep, but I have miles to go before I sleep. This is going to be so much fun today. What I did is I took 10 of the best questions that you ask me every single week, and I'm going to answer them in honor of my 9th year on YouTube. Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back once again to see me and Desi. And this is a very special anniversary. You know, March 15th, I started my channel 9 years ago. On March 15th, I also hit 100,000 subs last year. And on March 15th, I bought my house. And I thought that is so cool. Everything is March 15th. I don't know what it means, but my grandson was born in March. So it's a good month. And it's St. Patrick's Day month, and I hope you had a good time. So I want to get to these spicy questions that you ask me every week. And then at the end of the video, maybe I can explain a little bit about why I've lasted 9 years and why I still love it. You ask me a lot of questions, but the number one question that I get every single week, and it's usually from new subscribers, and they'll say, could you please tell me how many times have you been married? And I don't quite know why you want to know that, but that's okay. Let me see if I can remember. Okay, 1973, I married my son Christopher's father, and his name is John, and he lives in Tennessee, and we're still on very, very good terms. My second marriage was to Edward, who was a very popular local disc jockey. We married in 1978, and we were married for 15 years. And Eddie passed away in June of 2018. And we were close. We kept in contact, and we had wonderful lunches, and some of those lunches I shared with you. In 1993, I met my third husband, Billy. In 1998, we married, and we were together for over 20 years. Billy passed away a few years ago, but we remained very, very close until the very end. So that's how many times I've been married, and I think I've shared details of each marriage and how each one was a challenge, a blessing, and a lesson learned. For crying out loud, what kind of dog is Desi, and how did you teach him how to sing? Well, I didn't teach him how to sing. He just came that way. And there's certain songs that when he hears them, even if you just hum them, if you don't sing them, he will start singing. So it's just something inside of Desi that he just reacts to music and he can't control himself. And what kind of dog is he? He is half Dachshund and half Shih Tzu, and that makes him a Shweenie dog. And down below, I will link a Facebook group for people that have Shweenie dogs, and they share the cutest pictures and stories, so I think you'll enjoy that. I have gotten this question over and over and over again. Where do I put my stuff? Where do I put all my Christmas decorations? Where do I put all my thrift store finds? Where is this magical place where I have to store everything that I buy? This is a question I do not understand. I've never understood it. Now, I have a couple theories here. You think that I buy more than I buy, and that there's something about putting something on film that exaggerates it, makes it seem bigger than it is. But I'm going to take you downstairs to my basement, and that's where I store all my Christmas decorations. But as far as everything else, there's nothing down there except a washer and a dryer and some paint. I don't store things. I have no storage unit. I don't like to collect things other than the things that I collect. Okay. Anyway, no, I do gift quite a bit of the things that I pick up at the thrift store, but over the years, I pick up less and less. So I don't actually know how to answer that, except I'm going to show you what I've stored. Oh, my beautiful brand new washer and dryer. I feel like I'm on cloud nine. I have that. But no, my basement is dry and it's clean and it smells so good. And I really don't have anything stored down here except, as you can see, all my Christmas and fall decorations. I don't have my shelves put up yet to organize them, but I will. Would I recommend for you to start a channel in 2024? Absolutely. Absolutely, because that channel can be anything you want it to be. You can do it once a week, you can do it once a month, once a year. It can be anything you want. Make your mess your message, and it's something that people can relate to. They don't expect you to be perfect or beautiful or graceful. I think when you're real and you share your real struggles, people, they admire you for that, because it's reassuring to them that you can rebuild your life. Things don't have to be perfect. Life is messy. Life is absolutely full of drama. You go up, you go down, and you get back up. And when you share your life, your struggles with other women, I think it just helps everybody all around. But it will be what you want it to be. That's kind of how life is in general. Hey, my car insurance. My car insurance is cheap. I'm a little old lady now that just drives to church and back. Hey, people just give you stuff. I don't know why. I mean, it's like, why give it to that young person when you can give it to that old lady? Okay, fess up. How much money do you make? How much money are you making on YouTube? Okay, well, I make less than $50,000 a year, and for the first 5 years, I made probably about $300 to $500 a month doing my YouTube channel. So it wasn't until 2020, the year of the pandemic, that my channel kind of blew up and I started to have a pretty steady income from YouTube. I get my Social Security, I get my AdSense money, and then I get a little money from Amazon, Magic Links, and I take a few sponsored videos a year so I can buy equipment for my channel. So that's about it. But I wanted to make something really clear because I do get asked a lot. Did somebody help you buy your house? And I bought a very reasonably priced house. And I had enough cash that I could easily put down the down payment on my house. I didn't get any help. A lot of you, not a lot of you, but a couple of you actually came right out and asked me, did you inherit money when your husband Billy died? And is that how you bought the house? And absolutely not. Bill didn't have any money to leave me. But I just wanted to put a fine point on this. The money that I make from YouTube, from AdSense, that is considered royalties on my taxes. Now, royalties is not considered regular income. So when I went to apply for a mortgage, they gathered up all my income and threw out every dime I made on YouTube. Well, that's the biggest portion of my income. But they couldn't count it because it's royalties. And for that to count, I would have to have a 3-year contract from YouTube. And, you know, we all know YouTube doesn't dole out contracts, at least not to me. So there you go. All they could count towards my mortgage and my credit was the money that I made with Social Security and the advertisers that I took on and my Amazon links. So I had to buy a house that was below my means. But you know, I was sad at first, but then I realized what an amazing blessing that was. Because down the road, what if I can't work anymore? What if I can't make videos anymore? Then I would be in a house I couldn't afford. So it became such a blessing that I'm in a house that I can afford if I don't work. And that's everything, because there's so much stress when we're women and we live alone and we're trying to survive the thought that, you know, as we're in our middle 70s or approaching 80 to have to still work a full-time job to make the mortgage, that just wouldn't be doable for me. So in the end, what I thought was such a tragedy, I have to buy a house that can't be any more than $175,000. Oh, such a tragedy. Turned out to be one of the biggest blessings in my life. So, yeah, that's the story of my money. Probably more than you wanted to know, but there, I filled in the blanks. Looking really sad because I lost everything in my divorce. But now I'm happy. My passion for filming, I think, almost ruined my channel. I forgot that a channel is telling a story, telling your own story. It isn't getting that perfect shot, that endless shot of the bee on the geranium. On Facebook, I got a question about filters, and it was from a subscriber that I just adore. Well, I adore you all, but she is a sweetheart. And she said, I hope I'm not insulting you, but I know most mature creators use filters, and I was kind of wondering why you don't let your natural beauty shine through. And I told her, absolutely 100%, I have never used a filter and I never will. Now, like on a thumbnail, you know, that's kind of like a billboard. I'll do a little bit of touch up here and there in my photo editor, so, you know, I look better because it's a thumbnail. But I have to say, I don't agree that most women in the mature community use filters. I don't think any of them do. If they do, you know, well, I can't watch every channel, but from what I've seen, none of them do. What a few might do, and I don't even know if they do it on purpose, is they up their aperture or they change their ISO so they get blown out so you don't see any skin tone. That won't help with, the little problems of sagging or just the shape of your face or your eyes. But what it will do is it will make it impossible for you to see any wrinkles or any acne scars or, just age spots, the normal stuff that we all have. And I'm so amazed because every week you see my flaws. You see the dark circles and some acne scars, some age spots. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the difference because I sit in front of a big ring light and I'm going to show you the difference of what I look like when I blow out my aperture and then when it's normal like this, and then I'm going to bring the lights down and show you. I can't imagine going through a whole video with having my face blown out like this. I mean, when I watch a video, I love to see a little bit of skin tone. I love to see the reality of what somebody looks like. And I don't like to see it all blown out like this. I turned my settings down on my camera so my aperture is lower. I turned my ring light down almost to nothing. So in this lighting, you're going to be able to probably see a little bit more detail on my face that is going to make me look a lot less attractive. And it's a choice that you make when you film. Do you care how you look, or do you care how pretty the shot might be?
Come on.
I'm trying. Oh. I'm coming.
Camera's rolling.
It is, it's rolling. Cute.
Oh, yeah.
9 years. It's been an amazing 9 years. And I have loved getting to know you and talking to you, reading your comments and learning about your life. It's been the honor of my life to be able to be here and see you every week. I look forward to seeing you, and I miss you if I can't film. So it's important to me. And the question that I got a few days ago was, looking back on those 9 years, do you have any regrets? What would you change if you could change something? Well, once in a while I go back and I look at my videos that I did the first 2 years when I knew nothing, when I was a little bit scared, when I was so sad and broken inside. And I look at those videos and I just marvel at it all. I marvel that anybody watched. They were poorly filmed on bad equipment. I never got to the point. I would just ramble on. And I was too afraid to really talk to you about what was on my mind. So I would try to sneak it in by filming all this B-roll. And I don't know why you watched. I don't know why anybody came back. I don't know why people watched. I don't know how the channel has grown to the level that it has grown, but I do know that I stopped being afraid of talking. I stopped being afraid of sharing with you my real life. I didn't have to hide behind a makeup review or, the latest hairspray, although I still like doing that. I made my mess my message. And when I look back at how much strength that I gathered from sharing that, and then in turn, you would share your experiences with me. I wasn't looking in the camera and telling you how confident I was, how happy I was, how rich I am, what a fancy pants I am. I told you things that some people said you should never, ever admit that. You should never, ever admit that you felt lonely or that you were broke. Don't you have any pride? Yes, I have pride. Pride in my journey of where I was, where I am, and where I'm going. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why every moment I have gotten to be here for the last 9 years has been a precious gift. And I've always thought that when the pandemic hit, I wanted to make sure that if you spent 20 minutes with me, I would try so hard to give you a gift, something you could remember, a quote, maybe a great price on a t-shirt, I don't know, just something that you might remember and carry with you. And I still feel that way. That excitement I felt in 2015, that glorious feeling of, oh my goodness, I get to turn on that camera and I get to talk to my ladies and I can say anything I want. And as the years went on, it was freeing. I love you with all my heart. And I want to thank you for these last 9 years. They've been some of the most wonderful years of my life. You've helped me in every endeavor I have ever embarked on. I just love you so much. And the one thing I know for sure, I know you know that I love you. You may have regrets of some of the things you did in your life, but it's your story. And you should be proud of who you are. Why? Because you survived. You lived to tell. You are here right now. All right, little poet, let's talk. I've been watching you for 9 years, and I don't know why. You're too dramatic. You cry all the time. You're always talking about some artsy-fartsy thing that I don't give a rat's ass about. But I come back. And I think I come back because you're real. And I kind of like that. Your wood's so lovely, dark and deep, but I have miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 74? When I'm
Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. And it just meant the world to me that I could share my 9-year anniversary with you today. Please have yourself a happy, safe, brand new week. And when you're done with your week, you come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's a deal. We'll be here. In the mood for a memory, and you've got us feeling all right.
I have to please me. And if I please me, I've got a much better shot.
Pleasing you.